your online magazine for the local music scene here in Conway Borough. This evening, we're very privileged to have one of the best singer-songwriters in Conway Borough with us, Mr. Dan Williamson, and he's going to tell us about some of the tunes which he's written over the last few years, and he's also going to give us a little bit of background on his musical career. Good evening, Dan. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to play 2 or 3 tunes as well at the end of the conversation that we have. But to start off with, I'm just going to ask you, how did you actually start in the music business?
In the actual music business, well, I kind of fell into the music business without realizing. So it wasn't something I really planned to do. Just something somewhere I found myself here in this bit at this level. It's nice.
Excellent, thank you. Now, we're going to play 3 tunes at the end of this interview.
Okay.
The first one is going to be Aber Falls. Could you tell us a little bit about that song? Because I find that extremely interesting, and I also find it a very, very good song.
Thank you. It's a romantic tune. I remember the year 1994. It was a really hot summer. So I remember, you know, we were young. Me and my friends had like girlfriends that were friends. It was the grunge thing. Kurt Cobain had recently died, and the girls were really upset. It was really easy to cop off, you know. But it was a great summer, and it was a great summer for music as well. And it was just nice. Everybody I knew had a job, and life was easy. But it's a romantic tune as well. That when you're young, you're in love with somebody for a long, long time, or you think you're in love straight away, and then you say things like, "You'll never go away," and then the song is like, it's kind of like, yeah, that's a sad thing that happens, because later in life you realize people have said that over the years, and then they just disappear into the wind. But then it's nice to have had that. It's nice to have been, you know, in a situation where someone would say that to you anyway. So the positive way outweighs the negative of that. So it's a positive song.
Lovely. I think it's a really great song, that particular number, and I think it deserves a great deal of airplay, and I hope you get a lot of success.
Thank you. It's a memory.
Yeah. We've been playing it a lot on the Colwyn community radio, and it's had a very, very good response. Now, the second tune that we're going to feature is called Amongst the Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell us a little bit about the background to that one? Because we do like the hook on that particular tune, particularly.
Okay. Well, it's a hard one to explain in detail, because it's kind of like borderline crime. It's part of it. The phrase, yeah, it's a tough one to explain. I guess it's a sobering song. I led quite a wild life as a younger person that didn't know how to behave correctly, and it's a memory, I would say, yeah, of there's metaphors in there that are pretty personal. Yeah. But I'd rather explain that off air, in case you know, I don't know. It's hard to explain without naming names, you know. Yeah, so it's a dangerous one.
Yeah, okay,
but it is a yeah, it's a realization, basically. It's a realization from a situation where it could have turned out really, really bad, and a positive came from it. Yeah, a positive came from it, from something that was negative. It can sound quite negative and it can sound quite aggressive, but to me that just represents the fuzz of the memory that of a situation I would never be in my life as an adult now. So.
So how do the wolves come into the song? Are they a particular type of
Well,
person, or
the wolves are, are the dangerous people, and the vulnerable person is the pig, you know, and that could be um, perceived from either side as you know, a danger to the pig, basically. You know, it's a realization that, you know, a situation when you look back um, was pretty dangerous, and it's nice to know that you'd never fall into that path to ever be in that situation ever again. Yeah.
super? Thank you
Learning
very
curve,
much.
I
That
would say.
really does explain that song extremely well. Now you've got a new song out at the moment,
Hmm.
which is called Free Life, isn't
Ah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
Yes, that is very, very interesting. Could you just tell us a little bit about the background to that particular tune, and how do you see that being produced over the next few months or so to your audiences?
Well, it's strange, really, because I can't remember where I'd been. I'd been around people, friends, and I'd got home. And how I record is I don't like plan, oh, on Friday night I'll record a song or write a song. I have to feel like I want to. And a feeling can come in from shopping, and I just get like a glow that I want to be with my guitar, or to record something. So there's a process that I go through when I feel like that, when the kids have gone to bed. And yeah, so straight up, I'll set up my recording equipment. I didn't have a tune. I didn't have lyrics. I didn't have a tune. I'll set up my recording equipment, and when I'm setting it up, beforehand, I will have had a joint, really good strong joint, and then so in my head, because of the cannabis, I can hear a sound already as I'm setting up my recording equipment, and it'll be a hook, or it'll be a catchy sound because it's stuck in my head, and I'm critical of music. But when it bounces into my head, I put it on paper. So by the time I set everything up, I go outside, I set my guitar up, I wander on my garden, and I'll make another joint, I'll smoke another joint that I'll preview, and then I'll be like going into space. But I can go into that studio everything self, so I can just play it. I'll play a guitar, I'll play a riff. It's laid with about 5 different guitar parts with that, and I pan them left to right because I'm learning to teach myself how to record. So anyway, I'll go in, record a guitar part. I listen to it through the earphones as I'm smoking another one, and then I go in, and then I what bounced into my head was the lines joint after joint after joint after joint. It's all I do. It's all I want. And the song is kind of like about freedom, and and the line after that sings, I'm living my free life. But really, am I living a free life if I'm using a substance to keep me calm in life? You know, to make me enjoy life after a day's work. Am I actually free if I'm not 100% myself? So there's a, you know, I like to, you'll survive longer if you only improve. If you improve yourself. But I'm getting there. You know, I've been worse. I could be worse if I wanted. It's fun, but I won't be too.
That's very, very interesting. Thank you so much, Dan, for
Yeah.
that great insight into that song.
I could explain the verses if you wanted me to, but they're quite self-explanatory. I've not really enjoyed the COVID situation, but only from my lack of trust in the government. And some people have fallen out with me that I still love, that I still respect today, that I would still, you know, if I see them out, I'd still want a conversation with them. Like I don't care who they vote for, or what their political views are, or what their medical status is and things like that. So I still love and respect my friends, even the ones that bloody blocked me on Facebook. But I can put my hand on my heart. I've never called anybody sheep, and I've never sworn at anybody, and I've tried to understand the way somebody else thinks, and I don't know if my thoughts are individual or other people share them. So that's what that was.
Lovely. Thank you very much indeed. Now, we've talked about your songs. Where are you going to perform the songs, or where do you perform the songs? Are
Okay.
they at small venues, parties, open mics?
Yeah,
You know what
I
I'm
like
talking
open mics. The Bluebell in Conway have a brilliant open mic, and it's always a really, really friendly atmosphere. And also, recently I've been playing in Sand Roost again, the social club there, and that's amazing. And the standard of musicians out there, the younger ones, it's mind blowing. Some of the stuff that they're creating, and it's nice to see, they're using all different kinds of instruments. It's not, your five-piece band. Sometimes it is, but it's nice to see violinists and things now, and stuff that you wouldn't have seen maybe 15 years ago in a venue, unless you were paying,
Yeah.
good money. So it's beautiful, yeah. And so I like, yeah. For where will I be playing? Well, I'm doing something for Shibani Roy in Colwyn Bay on the 3rd of June, and that's a community event. But I need more details about that because I only had a meeting with her yesterday. But it's sweet to see her because I haven't seen her since before the lockdowns, and she always gives me cake, and also Mike Badger.